Hi, I'm John McAuliffe, Chief Marketing Officer of VFM Leonardo, and welcome to the VTV channel. VTV is a weekly series of interviews with industry experts on the latest topics in travel e-business, and specifically online merchandising practices that help hoteliers extract more value out of their online presence. As always, we encourage you to email us at vtv@vfmleonardo.com to suggest topics that you would like us to cover in future episodes. Today, I'm joined by Tom O'Rourke, the President CEO of O'Rourke Hospitality Marketing, an award-winning hotel marketing firm serving clients worldwide. Tom's expertise is in hospitality marketing and internet marketing strategy, with nearly 2 decades of strategic marketing experience as a successful entrepreneur. O'Rourke Hospitality is a proven expert in hotel marketing and provides a complete range of marketing services to global hospitality brands, including Marriott International, Renaissance Hotels, Weingartner and Hammonds, Hilton Hotels, Holiday Inn, and Sawgrass Golf Resort and Spa. Tom, thank you for joining us and welcome to VTV.
Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you having me on.
Today we're going to discuss a topic titled How Not to Be Invisible Online. Anyone that's familiar with yourself, Tom, will know that you do a fair amount of blogging, and anyone reading your blog in particular will know that you're conducting studies on an ongoing basis with luxury hotels in the New England area. And I also know that you're a proponent of hotels enhancing their presence online through a better visual experience, particularly with the use of video. Yet your study revealed some disappointing numbers as it relates to hotels that use video in their online marketing efforts. Can you explain the study and what it revealed?
Yeah, sure. It was. I was very, very surprised with the results. And basically what we did, John, was we went out to the 6 New England states and we looked at every luxury and full-service property. And I believe there was 215 of them in total. And we literally went to each site to understand and see how people were using video. And we found that 77% of properties were not utilizing video. And I was totally astonished. And the reason why is I'm totally astonished is because I don't know if hoteliers are understanding what's happening with blended search. And let me just elaborate a little bit about blended search. About 2 years ago, Google introduced blended search into the engines. And what that really means is that when somebody plugs in a search query, that you now have the opportunity for a video to show up in the organic search results. Before that time, you could plug in a search query and the only thing that could show up was text. So whether the word hasn't gotten out there yet that people have the ability to utilize blended search or not, I think if people really understood, there's no reason why everybody wouldn't have videos, because let's face it, somebody plugs in a search query and you obviously want them to come to your site. If you're one of 10 in the first page, I don't know about you, but the way I feel about it is if I see a video there, I want to click on it. And I want to go and understand more. So I just think that it's disappointing to see that people aren't utilizing it as much as they could.
Right. Certainly we've seen some numbers and statistics that would allow us to believe that consumers in fact, are looking for richer visual experiences, and in particular video. And of course, your study reveals that the hotels are in fact not providing that video experience to guests. So the gap between what travel shoppers want and what travel sellers are provided seems to be fairly wide. So are hoteliers risking a level of call it invisibility online?
I think that if they're using search engine optimization and they're blogging and they're writing great content and they're using sponsored links, I don't think that they're going to be invisible. But I think the fact that they're not embracing video, they're not enhancing visibility.
So that ability to enhance your visibility is probably the difference between looking like everyone else and standing out in the crowd, would it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Why is it, in your opinion, why is it that hoteliers are not using video? What do you think's holding them back? Are they afraid? Do they have a misunderstanding of how video is being used? Are they allocating their marketing expenditures to other activities? Or simply do they just not know how to get started? Is there anything that you have found in your studies that would indicate what it is that's holding hoteliers back?
It's funny, John, you should say that, because everything you just mentioned, I would say all of the above. I think if I was to talk about, a traditional marketing plan and how it gets executed, it's there's not much room in there or much dollars. I think things are changing, but there's not much dollars allocated towards more of a social media strategy, where sometimes video would fall under that area. And they're just used to, okay, we've got to target meeting planners and we need to get direct mail done and do some email marketing, but they haven't really built it in. But I think, again, once they start to understand and embrace things like blended search and latest trends and using Twitter and things like that to look at stuff in the sponsored link area, that they'll all they need to do is test it to understand it, and it's really not that hard to test it. So that's the first thing. I just think they're used to thinking traditionally. I think that the other reason that hoteliers aren't embracing video is fear. I think that there's so much stuff going out there on there today between YouTube and TripAdvisor that I don't know if they're just afraid of what the impression they might leave on the consumer base. And we're in that age where there's no need to be afraid anymore. It is a two-way conversation. People want to engage. They want to understand your brand. They want to see what's behind the closed doors. They no longer just want to look at great static photography where you're pushing your message out. They want to see the real thing. And that's where we are. And I think by utilizing video and giving people that overall great visual interpretation, both of the destination and the property, that can only help you.
Certainly online, and particularly when you talk about travel e-business, there is a ton of information available to travel shoppers, and they're going to find out about your hotel with or without you. It seems like video is one of those opportunities to be able to really tell your story and enhance your hotel from your viewpoint as well. Tom, one of the things that you talked about was fear, and it was along the idea of the fear of the unknown. Do you think that one of the other things that hoteliers are fearful of is the costs to produce video?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right in that respect, John. And going from limited budget hotels to full service, there's just been such an interpretation out there that traditionally it costs so much to produce a video that they don't understand the return on investment today. And I think costs are pretty much come in line as we're in this kind of a social space.
Yeah, certainly we've seen that the costs to produce video nowadays are substantially lower than they were a number of years ago, and it's not unusual to be able to get a good quality video for less than $1,000 US. So I guess that's just an education thing to hotels.
Absolutely.
You also talked about when you were talking about video, you were talking about it in many different ways that would allow a hotelier to drive more traffic to their website. For example, blended search and SEO. But it also seemed that one of the things that video is allowing hoteliers to do, and you said it when you said it enhances their presence online, is convert more of that traffic that's coming to their site into actual people that are booking. Where do you see video from its role in the overall online marketing strategy? Is it 50-50 traffic driver conversion tool, or is there a different balance that you would suggest?
I think that today, because we don't have enough video showing up, it's very hard to determine the 50-50 versus a different percentage. But my interpretation of it is that if you do show up under organic search with video, your opportunity or your chance for click-through and conversion is a lot higher, because let's face it, you're engaging people in a different way. Now you've taken them off the organic search into a whole visual experience. I think that they're going to spend more time on your page. They're going to understand more about your product. They're going to explore more about your pricing, and all that journey through kind of balances out. Well, I did come here shopping for the cheapest price, but according to my lifestyle, this could be a property that I want to stay at. And it all happened from that click-through on the video through to your site.
Tom, your study looked at luxury properties. Would you suggest that if you studied limited service or even full-service non-luxury hotels, you would find similar results?
I would say, without having done the research, I would say we would have found the exact same thing.
Right. So
the principles behind everything you're just saying are the same, irrespective of market segment.
Right. So are you saying that hotels, regardless of their segment or their classification, would extract the same type of value by having video available?
Absolutely, they would extract the same value.
All right. Tom, thank you very much for joining us today on VTV. We appreciate your insights and look forward to having you back.
Thank you, John. I appreciate the time.
To all the viewers out there, be sure to post your comments on this episode of VTV and subscribe to our feed to receive more valuable insights from industry experts.